Welcome in. It's Big Ten Today. We're presented by Gatorade on this Friday. Great to have you with us. I'm Dave Revson. Some significant news atop one Big Ten athletic department. We will get to that in just a bit, but we're going to start you off with the clarity now with the NBA draft withdrawals for the Big Ten, the nation's best conference a year ago, getting some big-time names back. Our Gatorade Big Stats showing you the field of 68 ratings, which have Michigan State point guard Jeremy Fears as the third best player in the country going into next year. MSU fans had to sweat it out before he announced his return. Defending champ Michigan is two of the top three returnees in Elliot Cadeau and Trey McKinney. Illinois and Nebraska joining the Spartans and Wolverines with two players on this list. Andy Katz joins us now to talk more about those returning to the Big Ten. And Andy, let's start with the national champs, the Michigan Wolverines. They have earned going first here. There was some thought maybe Merez Johnson would return. I know he obviously chose not to. They knew they were going to lose Yaxel Lendeborg, Adai Mara. How do you see the Wolverines heading into next season?
Well, I think you can make a strong argument that they might have the best backcourt returning in the country. Elliot Cadeau flirted just very briefly with the NBA draft, didn't even go to the combine. So you've returning Cadeau, who's your leading playmaker, was essentially a sort of a co-MVP of that team this past season. And then Trey McKinney didn't even bother to deal with the NBA draft. And so they've got their core back in the backcourt. And now it will be for the third straight season. Can Dusty May work his magic and have a new front court? 2 years ago with, Golden and Wolf. And then this past season with Johnson, Mara, and Lendeborg, and was able to just work miracles, he and his staff, to have one of the best in the country.
And yeah, and Brandon McCoy really highly rated in that backcourt as well. It kind of augments your argument of how good they'll be. But right, so some of the questions here, can they do it again with that front court? We saw Jeremy Fears listed first among the highest profile players returning to the Big Ten. Michigan State did an amazing job with retention in an era where it's hard to retain players, as we know, Andy. So how do you see Tom Izzo's team here?
Well, look, Jeremy Fears Jr. made Michigan State sweat to the 11th hour. He was literally one of the last players to withdraw from the NBA draft on that deadline last week. And so since that happened, what you've got now with an outstanding newcomer backcourt class, and don't forget, Cohen Carr is back again. I don't know if we all thought that he would be a player who would be an upperclassman at Michigan State with all that talent. So now it's going to come down again. Like Michigan, they're going to have one of the best backcourts in the country. They're going to have a potential first-team All-American as their point guard. And this is another thing, Dave, that I don't know if we would have said when they originally came in, but how do you replace, Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler? But they ended up being just absolute anchors inside for Michigan State. They were reliable for the Spartans. Now, they again have newcomer talent, guys that have been in the program, but that's sort of the big question mark, for Michigan State. So same thing as Michigan, really good backcourts, national contender type backcourts, but both schools have some front court questions.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. See Cohen Carr back for a fourth year. That didn't used to be notable, but it is now. And then don't forget Caleb Glenn, who they were counting on, thought would be a really good player for them this year, missed the season with an injury. He will be available for Tom Izzo next year. Let's focus on Illinois. Made it to the Final Four, first time in more than 2 decades. You talked about players who waited a while. Andrei Stojakovic would be another one of those guys, kind of along the lines of Fears, but did decide to come back. You've got David Mirkovic back as well. How well positioned do you think the Fighting Illini are to make it 2 straight Final Fours?
I think they're in a great position, and I love their transfer portal pickup of Stefan Vox. I did a couple of Providence games. He's from Estonia, so he fits the blueprint of the current Illinois makeup of their roster, mostly Eastern Europeans. And Vox is going to be that other shooter that will complement Stojakovic, Mirkovic, the Ivicevic brothers. It's going to come down to, I think, who do they feel most comfortable will be their best on-ball defender to replace Kylan Boswell? That's going to be sort of their big question mark. Scoring, shooting, yet again, will not be an issue for the Alliance.
Yeah, going to be massive along that front line. I saw Eric Musselman a couple weeks ago. He was very excited about what they've got at USC. I mean, you look at this roster on paper, Andy, it's fabulous.
Yeah, what's interesting, Dave, and we talked about this on the show many times, is, last season, the big question was how could, going into the season, Rodney Rice, Chad Baker-Mazara, and Elijah Arenas play together? Well, guess what? It never happened because of injuries, and then ultimately Baker-Mazara, didn't last the whole season. Rice was done for the year, after November. Now he's got a new issue of how does Rodney Rice, Elijah Arenas, and KJ Lewis all play together. Lewis coming from Arizona, Georgetown, now out to USC. 3 prolific scorers. Jacob Coffey, who I saw in Chicago, last month at the Combine, he really has improved. He's going to be a big time. You see him on your screen right now. He's going to be a big time inside presence. They've got the Ratliff twins. I'm old enough that I covered their father, Theo Ratliff, who was at Wyoming, and the Ratliff twins. A couple of bigs inside that will certainly bolster their front court. I mean, on paper, USC might be the most talented team in the Big Ten. We'll see if they can put it all together.
5 former McDonald's All-Americans on that roster. Pretty good. Andy, we've got about 30 seconds here. Give me your top 5 heading into next season.
I've got Michigan, Illinois, Michigan State, USC, and Purdue. But I would keep Nebraska sort of right there pushing it with Peyton Sanford returning. They've got a core group. Kel Jacobson, Connor Essegian is back. They're not going to have any problem scoring. Rebounding will be a little bit of an issue, but I think Nebraska's right there pushing those top 5.
It's tough to narrow it down. That's the beauty of it with how good this league is. Andy Katz, great stuff. Looking forward to next season in Big Ten Hoops.
Thanks, Dave.